This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com with a daily wrestling news update for you. Smackdown did a 0.4 rating on Friday. Not good for Fox. Dave Meltzer is reporting that AEW is actually outselling WWE for live event tickets in some U.S. markets right now. And besides the WWE shows in Texas and Chicago, their summer tour is actually selling poorly. Mark Henry is interested in bringing Braun Strowman to AEW. They only really do about one event a week. He'd be... I don't know if he's worth the $1 million plus he was making in WWE for AEW to pay for him for someone WWE doesn't even want anymore. Apparently, he's asking around $25,000 for independent dates. When I heard that it was going to be in the 5 digits, I was thinking he would be asking for like 10 to 15,000, but 25,000 US for an independent booking. I really doubt he's going to make that back. In an indie show that has a $30,000 gate is rare. Antonio Inoki, who's now 78, had emergency surgery done for an intestinal issue recently. He's been hospitalized for most of this year, according to the Wrestling Observer, with numerous health problems, and his lower back is deteriorating so badly, he is pretty much wheelchair bound. So sorry to hear that. I did see him in person once and actually shake his hand at the 2004 Cauliflower Alley Club. I have to give this a plug. There's a clip from my interview with the Honorable Paul Hellyer, who at one point was the highest ranking government official in the entire world to go on the record about UFOs. One of my clips with him now has reached over 1 million views. So that's my first UFO interview clip to reach over 1 million views. I'm very proud about that. And there's several others that are close to the 1 million view mark, but that interview with the Honorable Paul Hellyer was a really cool day. I would say it was one of my best days of the year 2017 because the wrestling event that I presented the night before that interview, or 2 nights before that interview, had one of my biggest crowds ever as well. And then I wrestled again the night before that interview. Stayed up all night, drove from Montreal to Toronto to do that, which is about a 7-hour drive. But I was on such a high from getting that interview, I wasn't even tired on the way home. Ross and Marshall Von Erich are going to be returning to World Class Revolution Pro Wrestling that's going to operate in Texas, Arkansas, Kansas, and Oklahoma when they start their relaunch this fall. I'm going to be involved in it. They have a World Class Revolution YouTube channel, and these two are going to be my first guests on the World Class Revolution podcast this Thursday. So really looking forward to that. Ross and Marshall have actually also wrestled for World Pro Wrestling over in the UK, where the Blood Hunter is going to be competing February the 19th, 2022 in Gloucestershire, UK. The promoter of WPW also gave me a match to post yesterday. It was AJ Styles against Rampage Brown versus Doug Williams. One thing that AJ Styles and Doug Williams have in common is I've defeated both of them. AJ Styles I pinned twice in one night back in 2014, and Doug Williams I defeated in 2008 when I was wrestling in the UK for All Star Wrestling. John says best wishes to Mr. Inoki. Jeremy says that reminds him of Dynamite Kid in a wheelchair. Alex M. Mr. Vampire is an amazing movie. I'll check it out. John, will PCO and the Blood Hunter meet in 2021? Of course, PCO is under contract to Ring of Honor, and from what I understand, he's not going to wrestle anywhere but Ring of Honor. Would we see the Blood Hunter in Ring of Honor? Unlikely. I don't think he wants to go over to a dead brand. Jeremy Davis thinks China are crypto-terrestrials. I don't think they are. And I was talking about crypto-terrestrials in a video the other day, which is a type of being that I guess a high-ranking U.S. military official talked to Tom DeLonge about. And these crypto-terrestrial beings, it's one theory of what UFOs actually are. Beings that have been on this earth and actually still are on this earth, whether underwater or in Antarctica or somewhere else, that have actually been on this earth at least as long as humans and are more advanced than us. And these UFOs could actually be from crypto-terrestrial beings. That's one theory on what these UFOs are. Any update on the Goon? I don't think we'll hear from him again. We hadn't heard from him since the early 90s. I don't think we'll hear from him again. Is Ring of Honor still a thing? No, it's not. It's not. And the only thing less popular than Ring of Honor right now, at least in the US, is New Japan. New Japan is at an all-time low interest as well. So is Ring of Honor. Will there be a Reggie B. Fine Part 2? He's a weird guy. He annoyed me about doing a Part 2 literally for a long time when I was still in Texas. And then I was really busy there, but I finally set a date with him. And then he no-showed the interview. So I gave up on him. Nicholas remembers the Antonio Inoki versus Muhammad Ali match. Was I a fan of the Ultimate Maniacs, which I think was Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake? No, I was not. What's my favorite strain of marijuana? Do I prefer smoking or vaping? I don't usually smoke it unless somebody gives me a pre-rolled joint. I usually use THC drops, which is the healthiest way to take it. You just put them under your tongue. And vaping, if somebody gives me a vape pen, which people do, I will use a vape pen. But I don't actually buy it. People just give me stuff, but you can buy it. There's marijuana stores now, just like liquor stores here in Canada. Pretty much every mini mall has one because it's legal. John says Antonio Nokia is a legit badass. Oh, and by the way, speaking of weed, I'm wearing my Hannibal 420 hoodie that you can get in our merchandise site, which the link is in the description or at thehannibaltv.com. Any interest in competing in arm wrestling? No. Hell no. What's the point? I understand it's a niche market, but I'm kicking ass right now as a reporter. So why would I go to a sport that I don't think there's even as much money in as a YouTuber that's fairly successful and I'm not that interested in? I have done a bunch of interviews with Devin Larratt, who is popular in arm wrestling. And I know he makes decent money, but he's been doing it since he was a kid. Arm wrestling is just something I have no interest in. I would do, if someone paid me enough money, I would do a boxing, kickboxing, or MMA fight if the pay was a huge amount of money where I could just train and not have to worry about YouTube for a while. And that may happen once I get more and more popular as a YouTuber. But I think my best thing to do right now is just stick to being a reporter, because that's what I'm doing the best at. Glenn says he appreciates me giving the wrestling news. Thank you. Ultimate Warrior were the Ultimate Maniacs. Okay, I was thinking of the Mega Maniacs, right? Were the Mega Maniacs, maybe the Mega Maniacs were Beefcake and Hogan. Either way, I was never a Hogan fan. The best I liked Hogan was when he was with NWO. Does weed help with sore joints? It helps with pain management. Gregory Krug, I don't know what my max bench press is right now because the gyms are still on lockdown here in Ontario. Liquor stores are open. Donut shops are open. But God for fucking bid, someone opens a fucking gym here. We got to wait until pretty much August to be able to work out. I've got 100-pound dumbbells in my basement that I bought. That's about all I can do right now. I have bench pressed over 500 pounds back in my Puerto Rico wrestling days. Professional slapping, I think, is just stupid. Definitely stupid. I don't find it entertaining, and I find that it's just stupid. What's the latest alien news? Jake asked. The latest news is the Senate Intelligence Committee report is going to come out any day now. Could come out today, and more information is going to be revealed about what the government knows in that report. It's already come out by very high-ranking officials that they don't believe these UFOs are Russian or Chinese. And some people that have actually studied it believe that these are off-world craft. And there has also been evidence come out for the people that say, oh, this is highly secretive U.S. technology. People have come out and said it's not that, and there's been documentation. New King agrees that professional slapping is dumb. And keep in mind, guys, I've had a lot of concussions. I've had my brain checked, but I've had a lot of concussions, so I don't think professional slapping where you're taking blows to the head is the smartest, because I'm making the most money with my brain, more than I ever did as an athlete. So why would I risk more brain damage? I've done a lot of sparring. I've been in a lot of street fights. I've been attacked a lot as a bouncer and security guard. I have had kickboxing matches, and I did a lot of sparring leading up to those. I've also been a pro wrestler from 2001 to 2018. Funky Fresh Rhyme. If someone could find me Man Mountain Rock, I would like to interview him. I've actually had requests for him. Am I a fan of Tom Green? I just posted a video in a recent news update. Someone that was asking me that because he's from my town and he's actually back here in Ottawa, Canada right now. He did do a video for me once back around 2017, 2016. He was really entertaining in the 90s. Now he's not really as entertaining. But I would still like to collaborate with him. Kumar, during the Monday Night Wars, how much WCW did I watch? I was more of a WCW fan than WWE fan. 100%. I was always more of a WCW fan. And by the way, speaking of World Class Revolution Wrestling, I will give you guys, I can't really say who's going to be one of the people involved with booking that company, but let's just say it's somebody that is going to remain anonymous, but had a big factor in WCW kicking WWE's ass in the Monday Night Wars. Jeremy says pro slapping is dumber than bum fighting. I'm not a fan of bum fighting and people that take advantage of those people that don't have health insurance and are already going through enough shit in their lives and having people take advantage of them. Max Payne probably has a lot of stories. Mark N says Glacier was underrated. I was never a Glacier fan. Yes, John, I did report on that about Bill Eadie being in the hospital with heart issues. I've done 2 interviews with him. Really nice guy. Wish him well. Hope everyone has a great day. I'll probably check in with more news, and I'll end off on this. The Bruiser Brody Cup, Friday, November 5th, Saturday, November 6th in Carthage, Texas. I'm going to be there covering that event, and it's going to be really good. Huge names are going to be involved. It's the biggest fan fest in Texas of 2021.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match